Hey all, welcome back to Fire and Water Cooking. I am Darren, and today I'm going to do my first cook on my brand new Lone Star Grillz El Fuego Trio. We're going to use the pellet side today, and I'm going to use it on this beautiful American Wagyu aged beef chuck roast from Wild Fork Foods. And if you see this, guys, really good marbling on this thing. We're gonna try it out. I haven't had one of these yet. Decently priced. I can't remember exactly how much, but it's close to 4 pounds, and it's got some really good marbling to it. We're gonna do low and slow on this, and I'm gonna season it up with some of my Fire and Water Cooking Edible Creation seasonings right now. All right, I'll be right back when we get this out. I'm gonna go close the lid on the pellet smoker.
Smoking, grilling, getting hot and hotter, sous vide and chilling from Fire and Water.
All right, guys, so just like any other pellet grill, you're gonna wanna have your hood open just for the first couple minutes until that gets ignited and starts going. Then you go ahead and close it, and with the El Fuego here, it's got, instead of having a smoke stack, it has the exhaust on the top on the lid. They got one on the left, one on the right. When you use the pellet side, you want to use the one on the left for your exhaust. And you want to have it at least 2/3 of the way open when you're using that, so it doesn't choke out your pellet fire. So you want to have it at least 2/3 of the way open. That's the way it'll get it to the perfect temperature that you're looking for. I got that set at 250. That's what we're gonna cook these on. Probably for a good 6 to 8, maybe 10 hours or so, till they get nice and tender. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Fire and Water Cooking all-purpose black garlic seasoning as a base, and then we're gonna put a little bit of our black garlic and coffee seasoning right after that. All right, guys, just make sure you get a nice coat on all sides here with both seasonings. Just make it really easy to do all the sides as well. And, it should be really good. All right, guys, that's it for the seasoning. I'm going to be putting it on the smoker. It's up to about 120 degrees right now, so we're going to wait till it gets up to that 250. Then we'll put it on and monitor it, the internal, with the with the thermometer that's on the fireboard there. Then we'll see what happens. All right, I'll be back. All right, guys, it's time to get this thing dirty. It's about 40 minutes or so to get this thing up to temp. It actually overshot. As you can see, it's pushing almost 300 degrees, and I set it for 250. But most pellet grills will do that. They will overshoot and then adjust once they settle in. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these chuck roasts on here. It's actually one chuck roast, but it's split in half. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on. It's showing 250 here on the lid thermometer, but the digital is showing 296. But that's right over where the fire box is, or the fire thing is. So I'm gonna actually put these right here on the grate that's right by the fire. The fire comes up straight, like right here, and that's why that thermometer is picking up the higher temps. But we're going to put this right here, guys. Look at that. You can tell how much cooking space we have when the full-size 4-pound chuck roast takes up very little room. So we're going to let this run. I'm going to put this probe in so we can monitor the temp. I'm going to do the one in the back here. So we're going to watch that, just see how the temp goes. I'm not really looking for it to be pulled beef, so I can get it to about 185 to 190. I don't want it to go over too much because, like I said, I don't want to have pulled beef. I just want it nice and tender. So, all right, guys, there you go. It should come back down to the 250 range, and we'll check on it in about an hour or so, see how it's coming. All right, guys, this is what it looked like after about an hour and a half. Look at that color. It's getting a lot of smoke to it, getting a beautiful color to it. Can't wait to get this thing cooked all the way so I can take a bite out of it. Man, I'll be back in about another hour and a half. So guys, I'm really impressed with the fireboard system on this particular cooker. I've never used a fireboard before, but just watching how this can control that temperature, the auger speed and all that, and just watching it control the temperature was just pretty awesome. Really am happy with the way this thing is working right now. All right, guys, it's been just a little over 3 hours, and this thing has been sitting at right about 156 to 158 the last 40 minutes or so. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off now, and we're going to wrap it and make sure that it gets tender. So we're going to put a little bit of beef stock in this wrap just so that it can braise a little bit while it's finishing off and keep it moist and juicy and give me a little bit more of that beefy flavor. But like I said, again, I'm using a really thick charcoal or the really thick aluminum foil here so that I don't have to use multiple layers. And this is going to go back on the smoker, and I'm going to put the temperature gauge in there. As you can see, this is towards the end of the cook. You can see where the meat was at 180, but you can look at the bottom one, channel 7. That's the actual temperature of the pit. All right, guys, so the chuck roast has hit 200 internal per the food probe. And like I said, I'm very happy with the way this thing has been holding temperature. And I think it does read the temperature, the honest temperature, what the temperature is, where that probe is. It doesn't throw in some kind of fake algorithm. So what I'm going to do with this now is I'm going to take the probe out, food probe out. Like I said, I'm going to hang it here because I don't want it to hit the floor. Woo, good job. So we're going to take it out, and I'm going to put it in my Beaver food holding oven box and tell you how we're going to finish it off after that, because it's only about 4 o'clock or so, it's not dinner time yet. So we need to hold this in the food storage cabinet, keep it warm. But really happy on this first cook so far, guys. I mean, I know the flavor is going to be there, but just the ease of the cook, the way it held the temperature, and even it's such a big pit, having such one piece of meat, it worked out really well so far. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and put this in my Beaver warming oven here. I got it set at about 155, and I've got water in there to keep it moist. I'll be back when it's done. All right, guys, it's time to unwrap this chuck roast. Smells really good, and there's lots of juice in here as well. See if you can see all the juices in there. So I think I should have the tenderness down pretty good. I'll put both of them up there and I'll get a nice picture of it. Look at that. Good little juice on there. We're going to take a little bite here, guys. First cook on the Lone Star El Fuego Trio. Look at that. Can't wait to take a bite of that. For sure. Smells awesome. So, like I said, guys, I was really impressed just how consistent this thing cooked. If you look, got a really good smoke ring on here. That's usually hard to do on a pellet grill. Not falling apart, but nice and super bite through tender. That's what I was looking for. Super good. Wow. Ooh. You can try these Wagyu, American Wagyu chuck roasts from Wild Fork. click on the link below. You get a discount on your first order. Really, really good. Super juicy. And check out the fire, water, cooking seasonings down below. All purpose and the black garlic and coffee. It really brings out the flavor. The black garlic is not super garlicky. It gives it its own smoky flavor. Wow. Really great, guys. Thanks for watching. Follow us on Facebook. Stay tuned to watch more cooking videos on the El Fuego trio from Lone Star Grills. They're not sponsoring me. They didn't pay me. They're not, they didn't give me the grill for free. This is all on my own. And I think this, so far, guys, it is a superior cooker for sure. All right, I'm going to go eat this for dinner. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.